Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. Good evening, Teacher Tech. My name is Melody McAllister, and I'm here with the amazing Alice Keeler, and we are so glad you joined us tonight. We're here to introduce you to the Schoolytics team so you can understand their mission and vision to help school communities. So stick around for some awesome prizes as well. Alice, how are you doing, and can you tell us why you love Schoolytics before we bring our team up?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Sun's good, and I got a new dog today, so I'm in a good mood. But the reason that I'm really passionate about Schoolytics is no one loves data more than me. I love spreadsheets and I love Google Classroom, obviously. And so right when I logged into Schoolytics, I'm like, I get this. This is what I've been missing the whole time is how do I get that information that Google Classroom has that helps me to better target students? So I know what they're missing. I know who's participating. I know who's not participating. Just lots of, it's just right there. It just syncs right to my Google Classroom really easily. And it's free for teachers. So what's not to love?
Yes, I gotta say that is totally rad. Like it's always free for teachers. Teachers, we're not asking you to empty any money to us tonight. All right.
So there's prizes so cool. At the end?
There's prizes at the end and good prizes, okay? Not just another mug or a t-shirt. You're gonna want to stick around for
these. Mugs. Why is everyone always bagging on mugs?
I can't even keep all my mugs together. Like I've got too many. And congratulations on your new pet as well. That is to the new addition to your family. So yeah, so yay, they're just so excited. Yes, we are so excited as well. So I am going to bring up the Mr. Aaron Wertman. He is the CEO and founder of Schoolytics, co-founder. How are you doing, Aaron?
Hi there, doing very well. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your Schoolytics.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on. Aaron Wertman, CEO and one of the co-founders of Schoolytics. We're very excited to be helping schools and teachers think more about data and trying to make it easier. I think data is a pretty painful process right now, so we can do things to simplify and automate. That's one of our goals.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
And I was going to take exception, but you're right. There are ways that right now it is painful and you do make it easier.
Awesome. And so, Dr. Courtney Monk, please tell us a little bit about yourself, and you're also a co-founder of Schoolytics.
Yes. Hi. Thank you for having us on. We're really excited to be here. I am Courtney Monk, and I'm a co-founder of Schoolytics, and I am passionate about education and educational equity. I'm a school board member where I live, so I see schools every day. I'm in and out of classrooms a lot, and I am just super excited to be developing cool products for teachers and administrators to make their lives easier and better, and ultimately help students learn.
Yeah, so we are so glad you're here. And the last person that we are, there's another, we have a couple more people. And also Dr. Anna, how are you doing tonight? Tell us a little bit about your role with Schoolytics. Oh, you're on mute.
That was planned. Guys, we can all do tech if we work as a team. Thanks, Melody. Okay, so I'm Dr. Anna Hartraff, Director of Instructional Technology for Schoolytics, and I'm really excited to be here because I think one of the most powerful things we have as teachers, and I'm a lifelong educator, is our community and the feedback and support that we give each other. So feel free to type in comments or questions as we go. We're going to give you guys a little demo today, but we also want to hear from you about what you'd like to see.
Definitely. All right. Are you ready to jump into our demo? Oh, well, first we'd like to, I'm sorry, I rushed ahead. I love all the participation. We've got comments coming in. I get a little bit flustered. I apologize. But before we talk about the demo, can we also talk about the mission of Schoolytics?
Definitely. Would love to give the background and the story. We're a passionate team of former educators and data people. And one of the core parts of our belief is that data is an immensely powerful resource for change, and that it can be used to measure efficacy, personalized learning, and reduce bias. And then when data is combined with software, there are limitless possibilities for how we can use it to improve learning outcomes. And a starting point of our work has been about how do we alleviate a lot of the pains and stitching together these different data sets. I think student data right now is in all kinds of different places, and you find yourself going through the process of saying, I'm going to download that spreadsheet and this file, and how do I connect it all together? So how can we make it easier to connect that data, make it easier for teachers to be data-driven? How do we even give students more agency over their own data and engage parents with data? And then how do we use this data to remove bias and improve equity? I think one other piece as far as big components that we want to do differently is, what does this look like as far as the last mile of data? And this is, what do you do after data? It's not just that it ends in a dashboard, but you're going to do something with this. I tell the story about a conference that I attended where the presenter was talking to school systems and technology leaders and said, how many of you are investing in software and infrastructure and dashboards reporting? Everybody's hands go up. And then he says, how many of you are confident that these are being used every day? And everybody's hands go down. And I think this is because there's a big disconnect between the software engineers that are building systems, the data analysts that are creating reports and dashboards, and the final consumers of that data in the classroom. And there's just such a disconnect with those systems. So what we really want to focus is on that last mile of data, which is that data does not end in a dashboard. Data ends in action. And what is that action you're going to do with the information that we're giving you? So we're excited to bring together some of our services and products to help different types of stakeholders leverage information to help improve their classroom experience.
God, that was a lot. That was good stuff. I love it. Like,
I tweeted out several of them.
Good. Yes. That just made the entire thing tonight. I mean, seriously, I am looking forward to getting into the demo of this because, like everything that you just said, I support it 100%. And there's too much disconnect, especially between data, but especially between all the stakeholders involved. So I'm so glad that you talked about that. It's very important. So Dr. Anna, whenever you are ready, we will get that going. Oh, it looks like you are ready.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you all for being here. To get started, I want to tell you about something on the Schoolytics dashboard that is really exciting. I know that we just talked about data, but before we get too far into data, I want you to know that we are really grounded in classroom instruction. And I was educated as a special educator, and I was educated around lesson plans and best instructional moves. And I had very few classes on data. So when I'm evaluating a product, I usually first look and see, how am I going to use this around my lessons? And then if it passes that check, then I'll step back and look further. So I want to promise you that we've got lots of instructional pieces in here right alongside data, because I think if the numbers are on their own, they have much less meaning, and you're going to have to do a lot to translate them. So looking at this dashboard, you can see that Schoolytics is going to be adding the opportunity for teachers to share all of their lessons and their activities directly on Schoolytics. So I've learned so much about Google Classroom from Alice. And one thing I heard is that it's very annoying to share things between classes. So
annoying. You can't. Well, what do you mean between classes? From teacher to teacher?
Good point. It's all in the details. Yes, I meant teacher to teacher.
Right.
Yeah. So with our new dashboard, which is called Instructional Resources, you can search all of the assignments that you've made this year. You can see PDFs. You can see videos. You can see work completion, grade average.
When you say you can see PDFs, you mean the attachments for that assignment, right?
That's right. That's exactly what I mean. Yes.
There we go.
Thank you. And so you can go ahead and you can add that to the classroom. You can also search not only your own assignments, but you can search publicly available assignments from resources such as Khan Academy. And we'll be adding a lot of other resources coming up soon.
I was sharing this with my staff of teachers. We had a PD day, and I was showing them, look, we can just push it right from Khan Academy into Google Classroom using Schoolytics, because weirdly, can't really do it very easily from the Khan Academy page.
Exactly. So like Erin said, the last mile makes all the difference. You can have an amazing textbook, an amazing binder, an amazing PDF, but if you can't get your hands on it in 3 clicks, it's going to add another roadblock, which is going to not make you that excited about adding more to your classroom. So this is going to really free up what you can add to your classroom very easily. Okay, so lessons aside, let's get into some of the data. So on Schoolytics, today I'm showing you I'm not showing you the right tab. Let's go over here, one sec. So today I'm showing you the demo environment because I want to show you something that you could do right along with me if you wanted. So if you go to schoolytics.com, you can log in and see our live demo. On the demo, there's a few things that I want to point out.
And is it .com?
It's not .com. Thank you. It's .io. Thanks, Alice. Schoolytics.io. When you log in and you look at the demo account, you can see a role for administrator, teacher, parent, and student. So again, because everything in the Schoolytics world revolves around the classroom and the teacher, we are primarily a tool for teachers. We're going to start with the teacher view. We're going to do a quick peek at the admin view, and then Courtney is going to tell us more about the parent and student view. So under the teacher view, Schoolytics pulls in all the information across all of your active Google Classrooms. It rolls that information up into one dashboard with metrics on things like work completion rate, on-time completion rate, grade average, assignments graded, and everything across the website can be filtered by date and by course, and oftentimes by topic or assignment type. So if you're getting started with Schoolytics and you feel overwhelmed, that's perfectly fine. I worked there and I was overwhelmed when Erin first showed it to me. I knew there was a lot of promise in it, but it just takes a little bit of time to understand where to look. As soon as you know where to look, you can navigate this in a cinch. So first, I usually recommend starting with the reports. Why? Because these are things that you're already doing as a teacher that are taking you a lot of time. Again, I get all of my best ideas from teachers and from experts like Alice. So many of these reports are things that Alice highly recommended. Thank you. Missing assignments. We know that across the year, missing assignments is what I heard that teachers were communicating the most with students and with families. But unfortunately, in Google Classroom, it's not easy to get that information to students and families quickly. So we made a way that you can. Missing assignments is going to show up automatically on Schoolytics for all students who have at least one thing missing. Realistically, that should probably be all of your kids, because I don't know anybody who has 100% work completion.
My kids.
Okay. Besides Alice. So if you go here and you say view items, it's going to pull up all the missing assignments within a date range for specific courses for this student here who is Arnold. You can scroll through and see every single one of those. You can sort them by type or points, due date, course. You can also create a PDF of this and send that to somebody who might want to see it. That could be somebody like, let's say you're co-teaching, it could be your co-teacher, it could be the math teacher if you're the English teacher, the IEP team, it could be parents. There's lots of people who ask you as teachers, how is blank doing? Now you don't have to look through all of your notes. Here you go. These are things that are missing. Could you work on this with them? So you could email students or you could PDF that. Another feature, another report is the under engaged student report. Again, this one is really important because as we're switching between distance learning, in-person, hybrid, tracking homework and tracking assignments became nuts. So if you're inputting all of your work into Google Classroom, or at least the work that you expect students to complete independently or during class time, then you can track and see who is and isn't getting their work done. So for students who've completed 25% or less, they would show up on the underengaged student report. And here, again, you could click, you could drill down and see coursework or courses that are related to Gerald. You could also look at the disengaged student report. These are students who've been assigned something, but who have not completed anything. Again, check your date ranges at the top. If you're looking through and you're wondering why things are looking like a lot of stuff is getting done and you know things haven't been, always check your date ranges and then make sure you're looking at the right window. So for the disengaged report or for the underengaged report, there's always these drill downs here on the left. So you could drill down and see the coursework that Arnold has. So you can see these numbers here, like student assignments, 22. What does that mean? That means Arnold has been assigned 22 things, syncing up to the minute here in Schoolytics, but has turned in none. And he has 1 work in progress and 21 not started. So when a parent asks how much work is left or what needs to be done, you can use Schoolytics as your go-to rather than logging into Google Classroom, searching through and trying to figure out the answer for the parent. This should save you, hopefully, a lot of time. Another one that we want to emphasize is the student honor roll, because we know that there are students who are still working really hard. And so you can do things like start with the student honor roll. Here we have it set at 85% or above work completion, but you could change this number for something that's reasonable based on the expectations you have in your class. Maybe you tell students to try to get half of the work done. So you could change the work completion rate to 50%. That's going to generate, again, a list of students. And the very fact that those students are on that list, that's something that you could PDF or you could email to your leadership team, and then maybe those students can be recognized in an upcoming assembly. So there you go. You've got 4 reports, just a few clicks, and they're going to give you a lot of information that we know because Alice told us and because hundreds of teachers have told us, it takes a long time to find in the Google Classroom. So
some of it you can't find at all. So
very true.
Like this is the like that nice little strip with those numbers that you can report out without having to count it up manually or go look at the whole. I mean, you got to look at the whole list. There's no summaries really, other than maybe just having a percentage.
Yeah.
So this is invaluable to me.
Absolutely. And if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat, but also just to shout out again to our community, we have a Facebook group. So when you're going through this and you have questions, feel free to jump in and to ask us. I just want to show you one more thing. So we saw the teacher view. That's going to be at the class level for anything that the teacher is assigned to by the admin. The administrator view is something that the Google admin, the G Suite admin would be able to assign. So this could be a great view for a principal, but it could also be a really good view for an instructional coach who sees certain students or who sees certain teachers. It could be really great for a social worker who has a certain caseload. So you can customize these different roles based on conversations with us at Schoolytics. And if you don't have the right arrangement right now, don't let that stop you from asking, because we can help you reorganize and get things set up so that you can get more effective information out of Google Classroom. One thing that we heard a lot this year is that there hadn't been as much training at the beginning of the year for Google Classroom. That's okay. It's a fresh year. You've got Alice. We're here to work with you. There's lots of free support online. We can help you get your Google Classroom together, and then Schoolytics will be even more powerful because you can trust the data that's going into it. So at an admin level, you can see things like overviews by school, and then you can drill down for each of those. And you can see overviews by grade level. Again, you can see things like number of students rostered, courses, engaged students, work completion rate, online students. You can see across teachers. Of course, there's more. You can see across courses. You can see across everything. You can see across students, every single student in your building. You can sort from lowest to highest. And there you go. This could be your Friday principal's lunch for the week. There's a few other things that are available just on the admin side. One of them is the Learning Apps review. So for this, when teachers are creating assignments that link to Pear Deck, Google Forms, Kami, anything outside of just the Google Classroom, Schoolytics tracks that information and then tracks which courses, which assignments, students, and then overall work completion rate and assignment grade average for that particular app. The reason this is really important right now to schools is that we're all deciding what worked best for us this year with our students. We may have bought 10 different apps and really only used 2 of them. Did we use the right 2? How were the 2 that we used? Are there others we should consider? We've heard a bunch of times from school leaders who looked at this learning apps page, found these learning apps that they didn't even know, and that teachers had gone out of their way to either sign up for free accounts or had put their own money to buy a premium account. So immediately, the principal didn't even have to search for a particular app. They just started with the things that were being used a lot and asked their teachers, would you like to see this next year? So again, there's so many things that you can do with Schoolytics to see what's happening in your Google Classroom. And it's not just what's happening now, but if you sign up now, you can see what's happening since the beginning of the year. So you can really analyze the whole year, get yourself set up for next year, and then we can support you to meet benchmarks that you set for your school for the next year. But before you set the benchmarks, you have to know, where even are you? So again, just to reiterate, contact us, look at the demo, we can get you set up. We will offer a free 15-day trial. I'm sorry, I'm so salesy. It's just, I'm so excited for it. And I want to make sure everybody has the info. 15-day trial, chat with us, let us know what you like, if there's something else you want to see.
So wait, to be clear, the 15-day free trial is for the admin side. It's free for teachers.
Oh, yes, exactly. Thank you, Alice. So this is free for teachers. It's truly unbelievable that all of this is available completely, totally free.
Anna, maybe we can show just one of the student profiles really quickly.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. Thanks, Erin.
So Daisha wants to know if it works on archived classes. That is not currently a feature, although I would like that to be a feature. Is that correct?
That's correct. We'll be opening that up over the summer so that you can decide when to turn on and off archive classes and your views.
Great.
Okay, so let's drill down really quickly to see the student profile, because this has some stuff that's really relevant right now. Why now? Because it's
the progress report.
Exactly, the end of year progress report. So when you click this, you're going to get an overview of everything across the year. That includes completion rate by course and by topic. And then down here, you can see that there's also a full work summary of every single assignment across the year. So again, freely available. You can get progress reports when you sign up for a free teacher's account. You can click in through each student, generate a progress report. You'll be able, Erin, we're going to be able to put this into Google Doc. Yes?
Yes,
Oh,
this is our surprise announcement. Is we are actively working on a way to have this export into your Google Drive, create a Schoolytics folder where all of these progress reports will be generated into a Google Doc that you can then share and edit and collaborate on.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, do we have enough time to take a look at the parent view?
Sure. I mean, I think, yeah, go ahead. I think that's really important. I'd love to see the parent view.
Wonderful. Courtney, how would you feel about walking us through that a little bit? I think that you're going to have a few more insights that I don't have the honor of being aware of yet as a parent?
Sure. I am happy to do that. And I promise I'll go a little bit quickly so that everyone can get back to Alice and Melody.
So
just
we
learning
give
how
out some prizes.
yeah, you want the prizes for sure. Okay. All right. So I actually have two kiddos in elementary school. I have a third grader and a fifth grader. So I'm very excited about this parent view that we're building. This is our very first release. I think we released it yesterday. So there's a lot that we have to do in terms of improving. But I do want to walk through what we have now. Anna, are you still driving in terms of the sharing?
I am.
Okay.
Should I stop?
It's fine. Yeah, well, I'll just direct you.
Okay.
That works too.
Cool.
Okay, so here we have the parent view, and there's a card for every student. So this family has a Cassie and a Katie, and you can see some things that they're sort of roll-up statistics, if you will, of how they're doing. If you click on the missing buttons, Anna, you will see that you can pull up a list of missing assignments, which I can tell you for my fifth grader is like, I need to talk to him about this every day. So that's really easy to find and use. And then you can also drill down into each student and see a view of the things that they're working on and some of their accomplishments as well. So we really want to be able to celebrate kids and see what they're doing, but also help them to make sure that they finish all their work. So you've got upcoming assignments. You can see a summary of what they're doing on a daily basis. So I have kids who refuse to do any homework on the weekends. So if we saw my kids, the Saturdays and Sundays would be very unloved in terms of work completion. But it's interesting for parents also to know, particularly if you have teenagers, it might be a mystery when it is that they're doing work. So there's all this data here to tell you and help you have conversations with your students about what they have to do, what's coming up, and what they're missing. And so I think that's a pretty decent overview. I think, Anna, if you switch over to the student, so this will look a little bit familiar if you were watching 20 seconds ago. So this is a similar view for a student, but this is for an individual kid would be able to engage with his or her own learning, which I think is really powerful. I know my fifth grader is really excited about all this. He wants to know what all of his stats are and how he can improve. And he's not the most studious of kids. So I feel like he's pretty representative. There's a lot of data here that you can engage with and explore. And we're working on making this a little bit more kid-friendly. If you're used to seeing something like a class dojo, this looks nothing like that, of course. But this is our first release of a student view, and we're really excited to work on it and improve and help kids take charge of their own learning. These
are not part of the free teacher accounts, though, correct?
Correct. Yes, this will be as part of a district organizational account. They'll be able to access parent accounts. So it's our newest thing that we're working on.
Awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody. So much love being shared. I think this is a great tool for everyone, and I want to thank everyone for joining in. Erin, can you tell us a little bit more just about the vision for the school communities, and then we'll get right into the prizes?
We're excited about making data more accessible. I think data has an interesting history in education. In some cases, there's some stigma around it or tabooness to it, or that it's only accessed by small pockets, but we're really excited about making it accessible to everyone and let people share that same type of information, so we're having the same conversation. Data is just one part of the story. There's a rich picture to the student. If you can have the same pieces of that picture that you talked about together, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah. I'm super impressed. I love it. And I love all the different views that, that it brings everybody together. So we want to be respectful of everybody's time. So let's get to the prizes. So if you commented, we're going to give out actually, Schoolytics is giving out 2 Amazon gift cards, $25 gift cards. So if you commented tonight, and you can still comment while I'm talking. Like if you want to have one of these prizes, hurry, say something. And we appreciate all of the feedback we're getting tonight. It is super exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be scrolling through the comments, and one of you or Alice, you can say stop, and whoever I land on is the person that will win. I'm going. So whenever somebody says stop.
Stop. I was mute. There you go.
You said stop? Okay. So Deja, you win one of the gift cards. Yay, congratulations. Alice, you can get a hold of us. Do we know Deja?
We do now.
Okay. We will. You need to contact us. Yes. Okay. Oh, we have more. We have more. So we have one winner. Okay. And now okay. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. You're amazing. Deja, email Anna@schoolytics.io. There we go. Thank you. Wonderful. All right. Here we go again. One of you guys has to say stop.
Stop.
It's like chicken.
Oh my gosh. Kim Toasty. Yes. That was a great comment, Kim. Well, nice. So, oh my God, that is so hysterical. Thank you. And we are going to, and again, Kim Toasty, let's see, where is the email? Go ahead and email Anna@Schoolytics.io, and we will get you those gift cards. Thank you all so much. Oh my gosh, somebody says, can we get a button and data for kids that turned in a blanket?
Oh my gosh.
Like we need to do this again.
Yes, it's on our list. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
I know it's
well,
a big
thank you all
topic.
so much. It was so nice. It is. And we need to do more of this. So we will. I'll make sure that this happens. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please join our Facebook community. It's on the ticker, and we dropped it in a couple of the links. But we'll see you again soon. Everybody have a wonderful evening. See you later.
Thank you.